Jared Sullinger is back once again from his strained right hamstring. He will be back in the Celtics lineup for the next game. And you can see, as always, Brad Stevens is asking for me to buy him a film study room. And finally, after I purchased all those upgrades for my MyGM skill or whatever last episode, I can finally buy him one. But you can see we've lost 5 in a row. We've hit a bit of a cold streak here in March. So, you can see we're also going to be upgrading our film study room. Once again, why not keep Brad Stevens happy? We want to keep the whole staff happy, keep our job safe. But anyway, Jared Sullinger this time goes down with a broken nose. I'm just like, I don't care anymore. This guy needs to start to play through his injuries. It's kind of getting ridiculous with him. But you can see the standings right now. We are 39 and 35, 6.5 up on the Knicks with 8 games to play. And you can see we sit 4th in the Eastern Conference. Pretty safe in that spot. Assuming we win the division, we'll get a top 4 seed. And I don't think we're going to be jumping up to the 3rd seed. So our seed is pretty much locked up right now. It looks like we're going to be a 4 seed. A win and a Knicks loss tonight would give us the division. So we're playing with a bit of an incentive here, trying to clinch and lock up that division right now against the Houston Rockets, who will have Dwight Howard available tonight, but at a limited or in a limited role. He will not be starting. He'll come off the bench and play limited minutes coming off of an injury. I'm not sure what injury it was. But anyway, this would be a good game to win. As I said, you want to lock up that division. We are, I believe, 4.5 games behind the 3rd seed. So unless we pull off, like, I don't know, winning 6 of our last 7 or something like that, and then, you know, have the, I can't remember who the 3rd team is right now, but have them lose like 5 of their last 7, then we're probably not going to get up to that 3 seed. But I'm very happy with the 4. And you can see Eric Bledsoe getting that 3 to go right there, make it 11-8. And now Jabari Parker recovers, top of the key. He's going to try and drive right, kick it to Avery Bradley for 3, and another 3-pointer ties up this ball game at 11. These are 2 very good 3-point shooting teams, so it should be a fun shootout. Parker trying to get in the lane, slamming it down on Chandler Parsons. Great dunk right there by Jabari Parker. And if you guys are wondering, this team does not have Greg Monroe available. I believe he is on another team. I cannot remember if he's either injured, I believe, but I believe he left in restricted free agency. He was traded to them last year in the 3-team trade we did to acquire Omer Ashik. There is Sullinger with the nice little jumper. Here's a great chase down block by Avery Bradley, but Devin Harris gets the rebound. And Devin Harris is nasty in this game. He is like the perfect heat check guy. Takes a lot of shots, makes a high percentage of them when he's open. But Torrey Murray, another heat check guy, catching it off the inbound, pulls up or spots up and knocks that one down. Here's Isaiah Cannon driving in on Torrey Murray, kicks it to Donatas Monty-Eunice, and Monty-Eunice is going to hit that little jumper. That is his specialty, is a stretch 4. So he knocks it down. 24-24 is the score. Isaiah Cannon trying to drive in, kicks it to Terrence Jones in the corner for 3. Jones not a great 3-point shooter, but he can certainly knock him down from the corner. 27-20. Check out Isaiah Cannon putting Marshawn Brooks on skates right there, creating space with the step back, knocks down the 3, and it's going to be 30-24 heading to the second quarter. Celtics down by 6. Rockets pulled away a little bit with a couple late 3s, but overall it's been a close game nonetheless. Both teams doing pretty well on offense, defense, you know, hit or miss at times, but you know, one thing I've noticed, I've talked about it before, is our defense with the second unit is very, very poor. When Kelly Olynyk's our starter, or not our starter, but when Kelly Olynyk's in at center, I should say, he really weakens our defense. That's going to be something we look to address in the offseason. Bledsoe to Bradley, and Bradley knocking down another one. He's having a great game from deep. That's his second 3 of the quarter. Now 35-34. Bradley, great bounce pass right there to Jabari Parker, and Parker cuts in and slams it down, and we open up a 3-point lead. Now coming off an inbound play. As always, I'm looking for Bledsoe popping off screens. He's wide open. Nobody steps out, and you cannot leave Eric Bledsoe wide open from deep. Not the best 3-point shooter in the world, but he can knock him down when he's open, as he shows right there. Now pumping and driving. He's going to try and pull up, gives it to Sullinger, and Jared Sullinger was getting going in the offense today. He has been little used at times this season after we've acquired some better offensive players like Jabari Parker. But Sullinger's still a good offensive player nonetheless. Bradley with a nice slam right there. And we've opened up a 10-point lead, but Devin Harris trying to get his team back in and puts it up and puts it in over Jabari Parker. And it's down to an 8-point lead with Parker with the ball being covered by Monty-Eunice. He's just going to pull up in his face and knock that one down. Too easy for Jabari Parker. Monty-Eunice cannot check him, and it's a 10-point game. Now it is Trevor Ariza with the ball, the former Rocket, back on his old team, kicking it to Devin Harris, and Harris knocking it down. So Devin Harris, as you can see, really lighting it up on the score sheet right now. But here we go, Dwight Howard in the game. He's going to finish that one with a right hand. You can see playing a couple of minutes here or there, not really too much. But nonetheless, Torrey Murray with the ball, 3-point game, getting the screen. He's going to kick this to Sullinger. Sullinger hits the spot-up shot right there. Nice little mid-range. He's got 9 and 6 already, so a nice game from Jared Sullinger still. And here we go, Isaiah Cannon with the ball. He's just Oh my goodness, Isaiah Cannon knocking down the deep three. Murray's got to step up on him a little bit more. Marshawn Brooks with the ball fading away from the baseline. Probably the worst shot he could have taken there, but we knock it down. The shot clock was getting low, so we had to put it up. Now it's a 4-point game. Nick Young driving in, gets blocked. Greg Smith there on the boards. He cannot get it to go. Karasev gets the rebound. He tries to put it up, but he's blocked by Nick Young. But we take a 4-point lead into the half, 56-52, and Doris Burke is standing by.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
So we get started here in the second half, fighting for the ball. Devin Harris on the boards is going to drive this one up the court, and he's going to end up taking this one over Jared Sullinger, finishing that one with the left off the glass, down to a 3-point game. Now Eric Bledsoe looking for the screen from Omer Ashik, going to kick it to Jabari Parker, who's standing at the foul line extended for the three-pointer. He knocks it down, and it's up to a 6-point game. Now back down to 4. Sullinger kicking to Eric Bledsoe. Pick and roll time. Sullinger pops out for the little 15-footer, and that's too easy for Jared Sullinger. He is a knockdown shooter like that. Now it's up to a 6-point game. Once again, Nick Young with the ball, giving it to Trevor Ariza, a.k.a. Treza, for the 3-ball, and he will end up knocking that one down. But it's a 5-point game. Jabari Parker with the ball, trying to post up Trevor Ariza, but Sullinger wide open, and he's knocking down his shots today. That's going to make it a 7-point lead. Devin Harris with the ball. He's going to try and drive it up quickly. He puts up the floater over Omer Ashik, and he knocks that one down. So it's a 5-point lead. Back and forth right now. But great backdoor cut by Eric Bledsoe. Nice find from Avery Bradley. That's going to be a two-handed slam for Eric Bledsoe. Take a look at the Kia Slam Cam replay. I love running that play when Eric Bledsoe will just brush off of Avery Bradley's shoulder and he's wide open on the backdoor cut. That's too easy. When you got a guy as good of a finisher as Eric Bledsoe, that's going to be 2 points every time. But Devin Harris for 3, no good this time around. But Greg Smith is there for the rebound, puts it in. It's actually going to be a goaltending call as Omer Ashik swatted that one a little too late. But Jamal Franklin with the ball, trying to get into the lane. And check out the tough finish by Jamal Franklin. I've talked a little bit about it before, how much more dynamic on offense he was than I originally thought when I originally traded for him. But Isaiah Cannon's full court shot, not going to go, and it's going to be 85-75 heading into the fourth and final quarter. And I believe when we get to the playoffs, because there's only going to be one more episode before the playoffs after this, I'm going to bump the difficulty up to Hall of Fame. I've been noticing I've been winning most of my games, and I would like a bit more of a challenge for the playoffs. I don't want an easy run to the championship in just my second year as GM of the Boston Celtics. But Torrey Murray, corner 3, he's going to knock that one down, and the lead actually was foot on the line, so that's going to make it a 12-point game. Now up to a 13-point game. Jabari Parker going to drive in, and I love doing that with Jabari Parker. He's not a great ball handler, so whenever he dribbles it up, I usually take it slow, but he just blows by guys with his quickness. And now Eric Bledsoe pulling up over Devin Harris. Great shot by Bledsoe, and it's up to a 17-point lead. Now up to 19. Harris looking for Isaiah Cannon. Back to Devin Harris, foot on the line. That'll be a 2, but he gets it to go, so it's down to a 17-point game. Rockets trying to hang in there, but Jabari Parker with the ball. Up fakes, now tries to put it in, no good, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Great play by Jabari Parker there, showing the hustle. Now a 19-point game. Isaiah Cannon for 3. Him and Devin Harris are keeping this team in this ball game. James Harden did go out earlier in the game with the concussion. I believe it was the second quarter, and I forgot to mention it when it happened, so I apologize. But he's been out for most of this game, so you've really been seeing the Rockets minus James Harden and Dwight Howard as an underman team, to say the least. But now, 18-point game. Sullinger, he will make it 20. That's going to make it 101-81, and now 103-83. Bledsoe with the ball, trying to get in the paint. He's trying to go to work right here, trying to find somebody. A great cut by Jabari Parker, who slams that one down. 22-point lead, and this one has been blown open. Easy win now for the Celtics as they can just ride this one out. Parsons will knock down that 3 to cut it down to 17, but too little too late. It's up to 18. Jamal Franklin with the ball. He's going to end up just shooting, pulling up from 18 feet, knocking down the mid-range. And that's going to wrap up this ball game. We win 108-90, an 18-point win for the Boston Celtics. Good win all around. Our defense really stepped up in the second half. We allowed 75 points to 3 quarters, but then we held them to 15 in the fourth. So that was a nice performance by our defense to close out the game. And on offense, we put up 108. Even against a weak defense like the Rockets, you know, you take away Dwight Howard from that Rockets team, it's not a strong defense, but putting up 108 against anyone is still impressive. So we'll take the win. That's going to do it. You can see the player of the game is going to flash up on your screen in the moment. It is Jabari Parker, who dropped 29 points. As you can see, he drops 29 points, adds on 4 assists and 9 rebounds. So a great performance from Jabari Parker. You can see we hold him to 43% shooting. We shoot 58. Great job on our part. Only 9 turnovers. I'll take that. We actually outscored them on, we had more points off turnovers than they did. That's always a stat that We struggle in most of the time, but Jarrett Sullinger, 21-10 with a broken nose. Talk about playing through injury and just playing gutsy and really performing a lot better than I thought he was. So that's a great performance from Jarrett Sullinger. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video for me. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. As you take a look at the stats of the Houston Rockets, and I'll quickly point this out. Isaiah Cannon, 18 points, 21 shots. That's something that we always do. We take their best scorer, and we hold them to a rather inefficient day. So great job on our part. Great job on defense. That's going to do it for me. I want to thank you so much. I hope you did enjoy. And just out. Peace.